Welcome back to the labs of AZ-700. This is lab 11 from module 5, creating front door for a highly available web application using the Azure portal. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So a little bit like in the previous non-HTTP labs, for this one we're going to use web apps. Right, the previous one we used virtual machines for. So let's create some web apps. So now we already created the resource group in the previous lab, so I'm going to use that one. The web app name could be web app Contoso 1. We don't really need, or actually we do need, right? Let's see if it works. With the automatic unique host name, we want to publish code. Let's say .NET 6 in Central US. We're going to need a new plan for that as well. Let's call it My App Service Plan Central US. And let's just use a standard S1. And then just create this. And that seems to be deployed. So let's create another one. We can go to App Services here, create a web app. Same use case. This time web app also 2. Again .NET 6. And then again, this time in East US. And again, we need a new plan here. My app service plan East US. And again, S1 is good enough. All right, so let's create this one. We are again having trouble with web apps in East US. So let's pick a different region. This happened yesterday as well. Let's use East US 2. And then again, we need a new plan. Just want to call it the correct name. I think everything else should be okay. Yeah. All right, so that's deployed nicely. So next up, we can start with actually creating the front door. So the UI is combined for front door and CDN profiles. So we're going to create one here. We're going to take front door, and then we're going to use quick create, which has some handy presets in place. So again, our resource group here. That resource group is in East US. Remember, front door is a global service. We need something like front door deep dives. We're happy with the standard tier for our purposes. The endpoint name should be front door endpoint. Oops. Still want it to be spelled correctly. right? The origin type that we just created was an app service, right? And then the host name is going to be, well, let's say web app contoso 1. Everything else, I think we're good with. So let's just create this. All right, so that succeeded. So let's go and take a look at our front door. Remember, we had 2 app services as the backend. So we might want to add the other one as a separate origin. So here I have our origin group. Here we go. You can see the first origin here, web app 1. So let's add the second origin as well. Let's call this web app 2. It's an app service. Oh, it's the second one. And otherwise we're okay. So now we have 2 in here, which is perfect. And that's done as well. So now let's stress this out. So we go over to the overview tab here. That way that'll show us the URL. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. And oh, I can't click on that, sorry. Okay, back to the overview. And I want to copy this and then new tab. Let's see if it's working. It's currently not. Yeah, now it's here. That was just the update didn't propagate yet. So it is working currently. And this is using now both of the app services, and we can basically test that by, I don't know, let's stop app service 1. There we go. And it has been stopped. And now when we refresh this, we first get an error 403. And then sooner or later, the health check from front door will note this. And then we'll use the secondary option. And now, after a couple of minutes, it has noticed that there was an error and thus moved all of the traffic over to the secondary origin. And if we now look at this, yeah, it's not really showing us anything here. If we refresh and look again, it's not the best for monitoring this way. We have to use something over monitoring for that. But yeah, that's it for this lab. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and see you in the next one. Till then.